We have now successfully animated the lower body of the animation. So if we play it, this is what it looks like. We have the waist rotating both on a vertical and a lateral. We have the feet flexing. We have all of the key poses set. So what we want to do now, we're going to now focus on the upper body. So we're going to turn on Alice skin. We're going to turn that on, and um, we're going to now focus on animating the hands. What we're going to use to get the animation of the hands, we're going to use the reference material list that shows the arms overlapping. And this is pretty much simple for this side of the hand. We're going to, when this foot is in front here, this hand on this side will be behind. So you just flip them on the other side. So if we look closely, this hand and this foot is on the same side of the body. Let's say that this is the left side of the body. Both this hand and this foot, they're on the left side. When this left foot is in front here, this left hand will be behind. So that's one thing to remember. Um, so we're going to focus on posing the hands. So looking at this first contact pose, we're going to go back to Maya, and to rotate the hands, we're going to utilize this hand control so that we're able to swing the hand like this. So on the first pose, the hand is back like this. We're on the wrong, sorry, I was on the wrong key pose. The first key pose is here. The hand would go back like that, and I'm going to go over to the side view so that I can pose it easily. So the hand is like this. I'm going to look at the image. Alright. A little bit closer. Put it a little bit closer to the body. Right there. Have this elbow a little bit straight. Alright. The next, so that's where that hand is. So the next key pose is on the down. Now this is interesting. What they have here is that they have a slight bend. I don't know if you can see, there's a slight little arc like that in the hand. The hand over here is relatively straight, but they have a slight bend here, and you'll notice that you see two arrows. You have this arrow going in that direction, you have this arrow going in that direction. Now what this is simply saying is that the lower part of the hand, the lower part of the hand is being rotated. It's being rotated in this direction. That's the lower part of the hand. The upper part of the hand, let me draw that in a different color here, is being, well, the entire hand is rotating in that direction, but you're going to rotate the elbow back like that. And you notice that the elbow is being rotated back a little bit. So we're going to go back to Maya. Remember, this is on the down position. The down position is at frame 5. So we're going to rotate this hand here. So if we go scrub through the two keyframes, you'll notice that there's a bit of rotation coming down like that of the upper arm right there when I scrub through. So the hand is coming down, so we have that part of the animation. But what we need this elbow to rotate back like that so that we can get a nice little arc bend in the hand like that. What we're going to do, grab our rotate tool and just bend the arm back like that. We're going to rotate the wrist back like that. So we scrub through, we get a nice little drag effect on the hand. By the way, this contact pose needs to be fixed. This leg is being bent, so I'm going to straighten that leg back like that. Oh, right. So it looks as if she's going in the down position. Alright. Now let's look and see what happens at the passing position. The hand gets a bit closer to the body, but you'll notice where here they say break joints. So you're going to really put a nice little arc right here. So we're going to bend the shoulder, the elbow back a bit. So the passing position, which happens at frame 9, grab the shoulder control here, rotate tool. So now we have it a bit closer to the sorry. We have it a bit closer to the body. Rotate it back like that. Rotate this back as well. So it's a break the joint. So we're going to just break the elbow. Because you know it's unnatural for the elbow to be bent backwards like that. I would bring this inward a bit, right there. So we'll have the arm starting to swing. Alright. We're going to go back to the reference. Let's see what happens at that's the passing position, what happens at the step position. Now we see where this hand is now forward. But there's a little bend in it like that. And then this wrist bends down. So the hand is now swinging forward when she's in the step position here. Notice you'll also see the arrows indicating which parts the body should be rotating. So the wrist would be rotating in that direction while the entire arm would be rotating in that direction. On the step position, I will already have the hand right there, similar to what we have right there. We're going to create a little bend in the elbow like that. And the wrist would be bending down. We're going to grab the wrist control and bend it down like that. So you see now the arm starting to swing forward. What happens on the contact pose? Now the contact pose, notice that the hand straightens out back like that. So on the step position where the arm was bent like that, the entire arm straightens back out and it would, rotate upwards a little bit more like that. So we're going to go over here. Frame 17 is where the contact pose is. Grab the shoulder control, rotate the arm up a bit more. Now we notice that the arm is going down back. It wants to rotate up some more. So just rotate it up like that. And bring this back down a bit. Right? And bring that right here. So I have a swing like that. So let's go back to the reference. She then goes back into the down position. This is why I said that we need to do 2 steps. From this contact to this and then that to that. So right now we're at this key pose here, and we're going back into the down again. What happens is that the hand was previously here, that is straight. What will happen to this hand is that it will, on the down position here, it will rotate up like this, as indicated by this arrow. So the elbow is going to bend up slightly like that. Now you notice that this arrow is pointing in that direction. That means that the entire arm is going to rotate slightly back a bit on the down position. So what we'll have here, go to the down position at 21. We already see that there is some kind of downward movement of the arm, moving from 17 to 21. There's some kind of down movement. So what I would do is just bend the elbow up a little like that. What happens to the wrist? The wrist bends upwards like that. So I want to select the wrist control here and bend it up like that. That's on the down position. She then goes back into the passing position. What you see happening is that this hand that was right here, it was going to come back down to this position right here. And the elbow is still going to be bent like that, with the wrist bent like that. On the passing position. So go to the passing position here. The shoulder comes down a bit. The elbow has straightened back out, but it is still bent. Still bring it back down a bit. Have a little bend in the wrist. So have the hand come up, come down on the passing. What happens on the up position? Notice that the hand was previously here. It would then rotate backwards a bit to this new position. Notice that the wrist is still bent. This part, the arm is still bent. So, let's go back. And remember, this was on the step position, up, also known as the up position here. So the up position happens on frame 29. So notice that the hand is now behind her torso, close to where the butt region is here. Select the hand, move it back like that. So all you're doing, you're just looking at the reference material and you're matching it up. Rotate the hand like that. Let us look to see what happens on the other contact. So notice that the contact, the hand is now straight. So going to frame 33. I'm going to put this hand all the way back here. I'm going to straighten it out a bit. So let's look to see what we have. So see how we have that arm. So we have the first rotation of the hand. So what we need to do now, we need to do the other side of the hand, which is over here. Now, this is going to be a bit challenging because we need to flip the image so that we can. So what I will do, we have the image here facing this direction. What I'm going to do is flip the image in this direction so it will be easier for me to now plot the hand. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch this from the back view to the front view. So it flips the character in this direction. I'm going to flip the image in Photoshop so that it matches up with the other side of the hand here. So as you can see here, I've flipped the image in this direction. I'm using Photoshop now, but what you can do, you can use your window viewer when you're viewing the image to just flip it on the other side.